couple of ladies walking down the street carrying bags that they'd filled from the blessing box. And a few moments later, I got to see Nancy Butler show up with bags to replenish what was left here and what to give others. To watch you as a church family during this time, giving to the blessing box, donating blood, delivering items to people, making masks, calling on those that might need to be checked in, and praying for others. I know I only have a small glimpse of the many ways that you are being the body of Christ to others during this time. In John 13, Jesus tells us why we are to be the way that you are being during these difficult times. Before the Passover celebration, Jesus knew that his hour had come to leave the world and return to his Father. He had loved his disciples during his ministry on earth, and now he loved them to the very end. The question is, how is he going to show his love and demonstrate it? And he shows it here in the next section. It was time for supper, and the devil had already prompted Judas, son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had given him authority over all things, and that he had come from God and would be returned to God. So he got up from the table, took off his robe, wrapped a towel around himself, and poured water into a basin. Then he began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that he had wrapped around him. When Jesus came to Simon Peter, Peter said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not understand now what I am doing, but someday you will." "No," Peter protested, "you will never wash my feet." Jesus replied, "Unless I wash you, you won't belong to me. Unless I wash you, you will not belong to me." Simon Peter exclaimed, "Then wash my hands and my head, Lord, not just my feet." Jesus replied, "A person who has bathed all over does not need to wash, except for his feet, to be entirely clean. And you, disciples, are clean, except for one of you." For Jesus knew who would betray him, and what he meant when he said, "Not all of you are clean." After washing their feet, he put on his robe again and sat down and asked, "Do you understand what I am doing? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, because that is who I am. And since I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you ought to wash each other's feet. I have given you an example to follow. Do as I have done for you. I tell you the truth, slaves are not greater than their master, nor is a messenger more important than the one who sends the message. Now that you know these things, God will bless you for doing them." See, to be a part of what Jesus is doing on earth, we are to be servants to others as he demonstrated here, and as he demonstrated on the cross. As we are foot washers, let's think about what that means today, and not only what it means for these tangible needs we're meeting at this time, but for spiritual needs as well. Jesus displayed his love to the disciples this way. But God sent Jesus through his love. As John 3:16 says, God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. As we reach out and care for others during this time, let's not just reach out with the tangible things, but with the message that will keep us all together in eternity.